I mean, I've heard a lot of stories that never made the news about Tupac. I remember talking
Right.
to someone I know named Adisa who went to go interview him, and then in front of the studio, a bunch of guys rolled up and started shooting at him, and then he pulled out his gun and started shooting back at him. And these are stories that, before he got really famous that no one knows about. So you hanging out with him, were there any sort of crazy situations that never hit the news?
Well, not while he was famous, because those times he just came to my studio to record. He would bring his whole crew with him. They'd be up in the studio just kind of recording. But prior to that, like the time he came to LA, the lady that took us out and drove had this old Scooby Doo looking van. Right? So we in the Scooby Doo looking van and we were headed back to the hotel. Now, for some reason, the lady passes the hotel. And me and Pot looking at each other like, yo, the hotel is right over there. So she's talking about there was some dudes behind us, like following us or something. And Pac was like, man, pull this fucking van over, man. Pull into the gas station. We getting out. And he was like, I don't want to hear that shit, man. I'm from the West Coast, this, that, and the third. Like, I don't care what they talking about. I don't care what you talking about. Like, just pull over. And we pulled over at the gas station and walked back to the hotel. It's like she was tripping on some next shit, like we was being followed or was some gang shit going on. And we was like, look, let us out. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, because now she acting weird. You know what I'm saying? Passing the hotel. So it wasn't that far past the hotel, but we probably walked back like a quarter mile, like in the night, like, 2 a.m., whatever. Like, man, get us the fuck out of here. You weird. You know what I'm saying? So even just that, he wasn't famous then, but when faced with an adverse situation or some weird shit, we gonna keep it G. We gonna, like, I was just gonna tell her, yo, turn around. He was like, yo, pull over and let us out. And either way, I was fine. Come on, let's go. We out. Fuck this weird shit. Like, you know what I mean? So I think he was just a genuine person in terms of how he reacted to things, was how he felt. You know what I'm saying? And different situations just, defined him ultimately. But, I think people have the right to feel what they feel and act the way they react, depending on their life's experience and what they used to, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see it as such a big problem. I was just going to tell her, look, just make a U-turn right here. But he just blew up on her like, yo, just pull over. We getting out, man. Fuck this. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Woo, woo, woo. So we just got out and walked back to the hotel.